Dragon Age lore reading, Mythal. Mythal the Protector and the All-Mother, the goddess of love and the patron of motherhood and justice. She leads the pantheon with her male counterpart, Elganon. Dalish legends. The Dalish believe that Mythal was born of the sea. They tell that when Elganon threw the sun out of the sky in vengeance for burning the earth to ashes, Mythal calmed him and helped him see how his anger had betrayed him. Elganon was convinced to free the sun. On the first night after the sun was released, Mythal created the moon from the glowing earth around its bend to be placed in the sky as a pale reflection of the sun's true glory. In most legends, Mythal and Elganon had 5 children: Falandin, Dirthamin, Andrul, Celis, and June. In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Others paint her as dark and vengeful. Yet, all accounts end the same. Mythal was exiled to the beyond with the other gods. The Dalish will invoke Mythal's name when they require protection. In Elvenon. Mythal was one of the Evenaris, powerful elven mages who often warred with each other and branded their enslaved kin with their own Valislin. Unlike the other pretender gods, she was a voice of reason and genuinely cared for her people. Mythal was truly the mother, protective and fierce. The ancient priests who toiled in Mythal's favor passed their knowledge on through the Well of Sorrows. Their collective will would put anyone who drank from it under a compulsion and bind them forever to Mythal's service. Elves petitioned Mythal on matters of justice, and it is said that those who came to her with clear minds and open hearts were granted judgment and protection. Mythal harried their enemies into the end of their days. Those who tried to manipulate her wrath against those they envied or were being petty over imagined slights were swiftly cut down. Thus, Mythal did not show favor to the sinner who dared to fly in the shape of the divine. She let Elganon judge him. On another occasion, when Falandin and Elganon found themselves in an argument, Mythal diffused the situation by suggesting that they appoint their knights to battle in their stead, thus avoiding a civil war among the gods. When Falandin began wars to amass more worshippers, Mythal rallied the gods against him. Falandin only surrendered when they bloodied him in his own temple. When Andrul had gone mad after hunting in the void, Mythal took the form of a great serpent and waited for Andrul at the base of a mountain. They fought for 3 days and nights, until Mythal sapped Andrul's strength with her magic and stole Andrul's knowledge of how to find the void. Mythal has struck down the Titans and rendered their earth onto the elves. Her statues are found deep underground, often accompanied by statues of Finharal. One statue is overlooking an ancient dwarven tomb. She is described as giving dreams to someone empty, and thus filling them up. Mythal's Well of Sorrows knows the secret greeting from those Finharal trusted, which suggests that Finharal and Mythal were close. Fate. Mythal was murdered, but not by Finharal. She was betrayed by those who had destroyed her temple. Mythal's fellow elven gods killed her in their lust for power. This act was the final straw that led to the dread wolf banishing them. However, the first of his people do not die so easily. Mythal was reduced to a wisp of what she was and came to Flemeth in her time of need. Thus, the famed Witch of the Wilds, who is in fact the possessed form of Mythal, came to be. She seeks justice for what was lost. In the aftermath of Corypheus's defeat, Solus confronts Flemeth at an alluvion, just as Flemeth is seen passing some form of energy through the mirror. After a brief exchange, Solus, Finharal, appears to absorb Flemeth's power. Symbols and shrines. Mythal is often depicted as a dragon or a female humanoid figure with dragon heads and wings. The constellation Salentir, which resembles a dragon in flight, may be related to Mythal. Flemeth can turn into a high dragon. One of her daughters, Yavanna, was tasked with watching over dragons sleeping in the Silent Grove, including the Great Ones. After drinking from the Well of Sorrows and meeting Flemeth, the Inquisitor gains a dragon ally. either shape-shifted Morrigan, if she drank from the well, or the guardian of Mythal, subdued by the Inquisitor. An altar to Mythal was found atop Sundermount, outside of Kirkwall. A majestic temple of Mythal guarded by sentinel elves is located deep in the Arbor Wilds. It was once the center of a temple complex with an entire city around it, and there were multiple such cities. Another altar of Mythal stands nearby.